It's time for another video from Crazy Kid 949.
Ladies, gentlemen, pronouns, lend me your ears. Crazy Kid back. This time here we're going to do something a little bit different than a reaction video. We're going to do a story time video about Fourth Impact, like one of my all-time musical group favorites. I've been following them for quite a while, and I really love their music. I really love their personalities. They're wonderful people, and I just wanted to give them basically, a little bit more time in the spotlight, and basically show where they came from and how they progressed to the totally amazing singers that they are. Now, back when it all started, the eldest, Elmira, was taking singing lessons and was singing along with her sisters and stuff like that. And her aunt said, "Hey, why don't you make a group?" And so they did. And they went around to different little spots, little venues, and little did little shows and put a cup down, and basically did what little kids do to try to earn a little bit of money on their own. And that they got better and better and better and better, and that spawned into them taking charge and then going into like small competitions. And they started small and they worked their way up to some major competitions like Asian Super K 6, and eventually in 2015 they went into the X Factor. And when they went to the X Factor, their original name was Staccato Sisters, and then they changed it to Mika to represent each beginning letter of their names, which is Mylene, Irene, Selena, and Elmira. And when they went to the X Factor said, no, somebody's already got that name, you can't use it. So they had to change it right there on the spot. So they changed it to Fourth Power, because there's four sisters. Now, as they went through the beginning stages of the X Factor journey, they found out that there was another group that was named Fourth Power, and it was a boy group from like Ireland or something like that. So the legal team came back to them and said, "Hey, we got to get your name changed." So they helped them change their name, and they asked them what they wanted to change it to. They thought about it for a little while, and they came up with Fourth Impact, because they really liked the fourth, because there's four sisters. And their songs and their shows make a real big impact on the audience. So they changed it to Fourth Impact, and the X Factor legal team helped them, tighten it down with some legal protection. And they've been known as Fourth Impact ever since. After the show concluded, they were invited to go and do a multi-country tour with the X Factor, which they love to do, and they put out more and more and more shows. And then all of a sudden, the world came to a stop when the pandemic of 2019 came around. And when that happened, you could either sit, wallow, and basically put your hands up and give up, but not these determined women. These determined women decided, hey, we got to still reach our audience. So they went on to TikTok, they went on to all kinds of different social media platforms where they could upload their songs, upload their versions of the cover songs that they were doing, and continue honing and increasing the ranges of their vocals, and still reach their audiences in live performance, semi-live performances anyways. And I found a copy of their very first live might have been YouTube or TikTok or whatever, recording. So I'm going to share that with you to show you where they started. And then I'm going to show you solo ventures of songs that they love and they wanted to perform for their audiences later on in the years. So without any further ado, let's get into their very first live performance on social media.
Let's go for ABBA, let's go!
Now, they really love ABBA. The harmonies really blend well with their harmonies. And, they love to dance and stuff like that, as you'll see. And their vocals really lend well with the ABBA vocals as well. The one thing about this is, being this is their first live social media live stream, obviously the sound is not going to be the way it is in the future presentations that they made. Also, the audio quality is going to be a bit lower because this is being recorded on a phone for both vocals and audio. So, and there's going to be so much audio and so much motion going on. This is like 2019, and, we all know the technology wasn't as good as it is now. So technology has improved, and so has their budget for creating better quality sound and visual performances. Now, even with the lower quality audio, you can still hear their amazing harmonies, and they rank right up there with ABBA, in my opinion. And if you could pull something like that off to harmonize as well as an iconic group like ABBA or the Bee Gees, you've got something really special going on.
Like a band, I'm cold and will be red. Dum-dum-dum, pull back. I'm cold and will be red. Love is such true. You want it all. Money, money, money. Always money in the rich man's world. Money, money, money. Always sunny in the rich man's world. All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's the rich man's world.
You can see that the video and audio timing is a little bit off, but that's just because using outdated equipment, or not outdated equipment, but using the equipment of 2019 compared to now, there's been quite a bit of advancements. And they're in the Philippines when they're recording this or when they're performing this, and they're streaming it live to an audience. And that takes quite a bit of bandwidth and quite a lot of power out of the piece of equipment that they're using to post this. So, there's going to be that little bit of a shake-up in timing between the vocals and what you see. But the thing that I want to get at is they don't have no ear monitors. They're doing this all natural. And I've said it many times before, you can't beat the internal clock or the internal harmony of a sibling. You're going to have much better timing and much better harmonies than you would if it was just like friends or, two professionals that just come together. They have this natural ability to harmonize with each other and instinctively clock their timing together.
There is nothing we can do, knowing me, knowing you. We just have to face it this time. That's what it does. Breaking up is never easy, I know, but I have to go. Knowing me, knowing you is the best I can do. There is something in the air tonight. The stars are Fernando. There are shining there for you and me. What we see, Fernando. Hey! I don't wanna talk all the things we've gone through. No, it's hurting me. Now it's history. I did all my mistakes. That's what you've done too. Nothing more to say. No more games to play. We're gonna take it all. Just in this world. And never to but I won't be blue, like I always do. Somewhere in the crowd, you can dance, you can dance, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, see the dancing queen. I hope you're dancing.
Now, for those of you who don't know, a lot of you on this watching this on this channel would know already. From left to right, that's Elmira. She's the oldest. Mylene, she's the third oldest. Irene, she's the second oldest. And Selena, she's the youngest. And their harmony is just like, I will always be impressed with their harmonies. They always give me like chills up my back, like happy chills. And it's just incredible.
In your house, right now and the lights are low. Hey, looking up all the places go. It's been about music, getting it to sing. Oh, dang. Anybody think that guy's right? That second music's high. It's been about music, getting it to swing. Jumping over the mountain. You get the chance.
place to start. You know, when you start out this strong with, you know, starting a YouTube channel or starting a TikTok or a, you know, whatever kind of social media channel, when you start out this strong, you get people following you. You get people subscribing to you. This was the very beginning of what they have now, which is over like 800,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. And, you know, congratulations, and, you know, let's try to help them get to like 1 million and more. It's one of their dreams. So let's help them get their dream come true. Okay, now this is many years later. You know, this would be like 2024, 2025. By this time here, they've gotten a massive following. And, you know, a lot of things have changed lyrically, vocally, and financially as well. They were able to buy their parents a very nice house in the Philippines for their forever home. And they were able to also put together their own studio where they could perform outside of the, you know, close community, like close housing community that they live in. They could go out and they got a studio. So now that they could get into, you know, better quality production equipment like cameras, microphones, lighting, and all that stuff. So now we're into, you know, this new portion of Fourth Impact Productions on their social media channels. So now we're getting into Almira, the eldest, singing Mariah Carey's "Without You."
No, I can't forget this evening. No, your face as you were leaving. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your soul shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow. When I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know.
And Almira is basically known as the belter of the group. How she packs all that wind in that little body is beyond me. But, you know, she is a big Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, you know, anyone who nails them long, high notes. Almira is, you know, your girl for that particular style and production of music.
I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give, I can't give anymore.
she is really showing off her range to go from those low notes to those very high notes that I'll never be able to hit. And, she is nailing this performance live for, the live stream that they were having. And, there's more than likely, a couple hundred people watching this live stream and literally, rewarding them for a job well done on the songs that they're doing.
I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give
Alrighty. Now, Elmira, you can tell she's got some chops on her. She has really got that vocal training down and has really, gone the extra mile to, get those breathing exercises and, basically fill her lungs to maximum and over maximum capacity in order to hit them high and long notes that she hits. It's just incredible, incredible. Now we're getting into Irene, who is singing a song called Every Time by Britney Spears, and every now and then they will do their own personal live stream where it's just like, the major fans of Irene, the major fans of Elmira, the major fans of Mylene, and the major fans of Selena will, attend those live streams. And a lot of these are live stream excerpts from their personal Patreon channel, where they have their Patreons show up for live streams, and they perform for them, and do one-on-one kind of stuff with their or one-on group stuff with their Patreon members to show appreciation to them.
Sing this verse.
Notice me, take my hand, fire me, strangers when our love is strong. Why carry on without me? Every time I try to fly, I fall. Without my wings, I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face, it's haunting me. I guess I need you, baby.
Now, I've always said that Irene carries the emotional part of the song the best out of the four of them. And this is one of those emotional songs that, every time she gets into this one particular tone and note, it just sends, like chills up my spine, and it's happy chills. It's just that, you feel that emotion that deep within your soul, within your body, that, she's reaching you and basically saying, hey, take notice. This is emotional stuff.
Hi, Ate Jazz. Hi, Arizona.
Make believe that you're here. It's the only way I'll see clear. What have I done? You seem to move on easy, and every time I try to fly, I fall without my wings. I feel so small. I guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. It's haunting me. I guess I need you, baby.
When she gets into the chorus, that's where the tone and the notes and the pitch, that's the tone that really, hey, hello, and, it's so excellent that it just drives right in there. And, basically, she grabs you by the heart. She really does. In my opinion, she really grabs you by the heart when she's singing.
I may have made it rain. Please forgive me. My weakness caused you pain, and these songs must sorry. At night I pray that soon my fears will fade away. And every time I try to fly, I fall without my wings. I feel so small. Guess I need you, baby. And every time I see you in my dreams, I see your face. You're haunting me. I guess I need you, baby.
All righty. Excellent performance on that. I'll never be able to say that Irene can't reach the heart. Irene reaches the heart not only with her vocals, but her beauty as well. And same thing with Almira and the rest of them. They are all extraordinarily beautiful women. Just Irene, her vocals just cut right through there and just go, hello, heart, how are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. So now we're going to get into Mylene. Basically, Mylene is the comedian of the group. Pretty much everything that she tries, everything that she does, you can tell she has a lot of fun at it. And you can tell that, she just loves life. She loves people. And she loves singing. And sometimes the two mix. Not quite in this case, but there's been some live streams where you can tell she let the comedian off the chain, and it was incredibly fun. So let's get into Mylene singing Bette Midler's movie-written song, "The Rose."
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tangerine. Some say love, it is a razor a soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless agony. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed.
Now, when it comes to Mylene, if you're looking for the soul of the song, she's got it. She's got you covered. She has got this rich, soulful vocals that, blended in with the other three, just kind of grounds the song and makes it feel whole. And I was watching one of her Patreon videos, and she said that one of her favorite words in English is love. And this song here spells it all out.
Is the heart afraid of breaking, that never learns to dance? It's the dream afraid of waking, that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give. And the soul afraid of dying, that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong.
And you can hear that rich soul right there. When she ramps this up, she is delivering all that soul. She is giving your soul a great big hug and kiss, just like Grandma used to do.
Just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter storms, lies the seed, the way the sons of love in the spring becomes the rose. Thank you, dreamers. I hope you like it.
Not just an incredibly beautiful voice, an incredibly beautiful woman with an incredibly beautiful smile. And when she sings with that soul-driven vocal, it feels like, she's just giving your soul a great big old hug, and it feels like, Grandma, I'm glad you're back, Now we're going to watch a video with Selena doing Jailhouse Rock, possibly for the first time. A lot of the times what Patreons will do is they'll say, or viewers will do is they will say, hey, can you do this for us? I think you do a great job at this. And they'll go and they'll listen to the song a few times, sing along to it, and then, like literally within an hour, come back out and perform the song live for the people in the live stream. And this is one of those times. And, she has a lot of fun with this, and, I'm glad she's liking some of the older rock and roll, the history of rock and roll, where rock and roll came from, where music came from. Hey, sometimes you just got to go back to the roots. So here's Selena with Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley.
They wanted to throw a party at the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. Band was jumping and the drum began to swing. The shooter was the knockout jailbird scene. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Now, I would love to see Selena kind of mix this up almost into a rap, because she is the rapper of the group, and she has basically, you can feel the spirit of the song when she's singing it, when she's doing her singing either with her sisters or in solo. You could feel the spirit of the song. You could feel that energy of the song just by her vocals and by her motions. So, she's really having a lot of fun with this, and this is a fun song.
Spider Murphy played the tenor saxophone. A little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone. Drummer boy went to the bang. The radio station was a purple again. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block was dancing on the jailhouse rock.
I think Selena would make a really good rap song out of this. And I hope she does. I hope she, transforms this into a rap song in her style. Because, she is, like, in my opinion, the #1 rapper in the world. But that's just my own opinion.
Number 47 said to number 3, you're the cutest jailbird I'll ever see. You'll light up with the company. Under a jailhouse rock with me. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Let's rock, Sheila. Stone, way over in the corner, all alone. Dirty said, but don't you be no square. If you can find a partner, use a wooden chair. Let's rock, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
And the fun that she's having with it is hard not to have fun with this song. Like, even though some of the lyrics, there's some stumbling blocks there, but she hasn't really honed this song to the point where she feels like super comfortable with it, and she's reading the lyrics as she's singing the song, so she's got to basically interpret the lyrics in how she wants to present them that fast. That's difficult. The first time you go through the song. If she does this song here and practices this song, more and more and more, and actually turns it into a rap, that will be a fun performance to watch.
Jimmy Harris said the bucks for heaven's sake. No one's looking out just to make a break. But there's Jimmy name. I wanna take around a wall and get my kicks. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the hotel block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Now, can you really feel the spirit in that song? Like, Almira, she puts out the body of the song. She's got the body of the song. She has all the surroundings of the song. Irene puts in the heart. Mylene puts in the soul. Selena puts in the spirit. And together you've got the full body of a great song. Now, just for a comparison, from the very beginning of being on social media to, honed and, basically perfected their craft to their own single called No More. And, this song here, it's one of my favorites of theirs. It showcases all the different things that they do, and it shows that body, that spirit, that heart, that, the emotion and the soul of a song all wrapped together. And it also has Selena doing her rap. So let's get into No More. And I've already done a reaction to this. So basically, this is just going to be a playthrough because I love this song.
You left me with no choice, boy. I've given you all that I've got. You've got no respect for my love, so now I'm turning my back on. You are my light, you are my home, you are my all of the above. But you chose to break a vow. You are my life, you are my all. Thought I was the only one that you were taking home, boy. I don't need you, no, 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 no more. Need you no more, need you no more. I am no fool and I just wanna let you know, no, 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 no. I want no more, I want no more. Gotta believe it when I tell you, no, 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 no more. Need you no more, need you no more. I am no fool and I just wanna let you know, no, 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 no. No, no more, no, no more. Gotta believe it when I tell you no. Life for you was easy when you had me. I never gave you a second thought, but the second I leave you stop playing, you were playing. The next thing I know, you were claiming, trying to make me blind. Gonna leave you behind. You were my light, you were my home, you were my all of the above, but you chose to break a vow. You were my life, you were my all, but I was the only one that you were taking home, boy. I don't need you, no, 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 no more. Need you no more, need you no more. I am the fool and I just wanna let you know, no, 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 no. I want no more, I want no more. Gotta believe it when I tell you, no, 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 no more. Need you no more, need you no more. I am the fool and I just wanna let you know, no, 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 no. No, no more, no, no more. Gotta believe it when I tell you. Listen, my life fell apart when you left. Fooled myself that you loved me enough. I was throwing everything, trying to hard to please a man. I was fighting for myself before you came in. Got my life figured out till it gave in. Won't allow to lose myself for loving you too much. I ain't never gonna play this game and play. You will never ever get me back. You ain't get another chance, that's a fact. Now that you and I are over, I can finally start over. Don't just take a little bit to understand. I was never your life. I was never your own. But believe when I say, I don't need you now. Need you no more. Need you no more. I am no fool and I just wanna let you know, no, 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 no. No, no more. No, no more. Gotta believe it when I tell you no. No, no. I will never go. No, no. Gotta believe it when I tell you no.
Alrighty. Thanks for hanging with me this long, folks. I really appreciate that. Hopefully I've shown how they started from their beginning of social media presence to how polished and how how enjoyable their not only their teamwork is, but their solo ventures as well. So without any further ado, I wish you all peace, love, and happiness. So until we get to the next one, my friends, I wish you all peace, love, and happiness.
Until we meet again, check out my other video or my playlist of videos.